Alrighty, y'all. Hope all is well. Today, we're going to do a how-to use TouchPortal to mute your game mic and mute your mic in OBS. So, let's get started. Requirements are TouchPortal, OBS, and Voicemeeter. We're going to need some kind of plug-in to connect the Voicemeeter. To load up TouchPortal, click on Assets, search for more assets. That's going to pop up a web browser. We got Voicemeeter Pickle Plus. Click on Settings, click on Plugins, and import what we just downloaded. We're going to create a new button. The first thing we're going to work on is muting the game mic. So we're going to create a new button. We're going to call this Mute Game Mic. I don't want that aligned at the bottom. I want a full button icon size. We're just going to pick an icon from the icon pack here. There we go. This one looks good. Little headset mute button. Alright guys, the simple way to mute your game mic and mute your OBS mic is to have them on two different inputs through Voicemeeter. So, just so your configuration is correct, you're going to have your main microphone input through Voicemeeter. Hopefully you can see this. This is strip 0. So for strip 0, which is set to our main microphone input, you're going to patch your mic through to B1, Voicemeeter output, Voicemeeter VIO. Your B2 is going to be your aux output, Voicemeeter aux output. But just make sure your game outputs are set to Voicemeeter aux output. So now that you've got all of your games set to Voicemeeter aux output, I'm going to show you the simplest way to mute the mic. We want to set a state in Voicemeeter to mute our game mic, which is the B2. So we're just going to do a parameter set state. So we're going to set the strip 0, which is this one, and the parameter B2, which is this, we're going to toggle. And we need to let ourselves know if it's muted or not. So what we're going to do is go back to the button, and on event, you're going to go to X values, and we're going to create two events, right? When plugin state changes to on, and when plugin state changes to off. So we're going to select our Voicemeeter strip B2, which is our game mic. When this state changes to off and on, we need to change what the icon looks like in the text. So we go to visuals, change button visuals. We're going to change the title to unmute game mic. And we're going to change the icon to the muted version on the icon pack, which would be this. When it changes to off, I want to change that. I'm going to copy that, paste it here. But since this is when it changes to on, I want to change it back to the default, right? We're going to change the title to mute the game mic. And we're going to change our icon back to the unmuted headphone. There we go. As you can see through Voicemeeter, we have B2 not muted. I'm going to click right there. Okay, the icon changes via the iPad, and it mutes it through Voicemeeter. And now it's unmuted, and the icon changes back. So there we go. Success. Now, let's mute our other microphone. We're going to go through and mute the OBS mic the same way. So we're going to make a new button here. And we're going to call it Mute OBS Mic. Want that to align to the bottom. Want a full icon. I'm just going to pick the mic icon. Your icon pack. And we're going to do this the same exact way. We're going to go to when it's pressed. We want a parameter set state to set strip 0, parameter B1, toggle. And on event, select values. When plugin state changes, Voicemeeter strip 0, B1, changes to off. And when Voicemeeter strip 0, B1, changes to on. Now we want our visuals of the button itself to change. So we're going to change button visuals to unmute OBS mic. We're going to change the icon from the icon pack to the muted mic icon. And that's what we want to have it set like when we turn it to off. And now when we turn it back on, we want to reset everything. Change the title to Mute OBS Mic. We're going to change the icon back to the unmuted icon. There we go. Let's try it out. I have an icon on the iPad down here that says Mute OBS Mic, just like this one. I'm going to click it, check to see if it turns gray, say a few words, and you shouldn't be able to hear me. All right, the mic was working. It was still working via Voicemeeter Potato, but it was muted through OBS. So that's the simplest way to do it. Another thing I like to do, once we have the mute game mic, the mute OBS mic buttons created, I like to create a little button that is maybe mute all mics, mute both of them together. So we're going to create a new button. We're going to pick an icon from the icon pack with something like this. That makes sense to me. We're going to call it Mute All Mic. Line it to the bottom. Pick the full icon size. And we're going to go through the same process that we did making those other two buttons. We're going to choose Voicemeeter Pick'em. This time we need two set parameter states. So we're going to set strip 0, parameter B1 to toggle. We're going to set strip 0, parameter B2 to toggle. And on event, values, when plugin state, Voicemeeter strip B1 changes to off. And when plugin state, strip 0 B2 changes to off. We need to copy these and paste them again when it changes to on. Now, because there's no AND logic to join these together, what I'm going to do is change the visuals halfway for each one, right? So I'm going to change button visuals to unmute all mic, and on one of them I'm going to change the text color to yellow and the background color to yellow. We're going to copy that, paste it, and then we're also going to change the icon to the muted version. It would be that one. Grayed out. Okay, and then when it turns back on, we're going to do the same thing. Change the button visuals. We're going to change the title back to mute all mic. Change the text color back to white. Change the background color back to the 2F30. Or whatever you have it set at. Change the other background back to that as well. Now we need to add one to change the icon. There we go. Obviously, when we turn it back on, we want it to change back to the on version. What was I thinking? We never selected change the title here, so make sure you click the little check boxes next to what you want to change. All right, this looks like it should work. So let's check it out. Is it going to work? So I'm going to unmute this so we can just visually see here if it works or not. Click the button on my iPad. All right, it looks like that button works. And one of the handy things it's doing, since we've already programmed these, when you click this button, you click this and they all three go gray. And then you can individually turn them on if you want, or turn them both on with this button. It's pretty genius. Alrighty, there you go. Hope all is well with you, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.